Hello, dear American Dream Life member. Happy Thursday. Coming live, and well, what we keep doing here, keep exploring the options with the P words and how we can keep growing our beliefs and become more united. And why it's important? Well, it's probably more important than ever to recognize that we do have the choices, and as a human, we tend to stuck ourselves in one position, and it's harder to go on the other side. And keep recognizing that becomes more of the habit to a practice, that you can actually catch yourself on those things, and when it coming from some limitations, some old programming, and shift that to uh, more open, more empowering, more abundant thinking to uh, bring different reality for yourself, to have to actually that reality of American dream is alive for you more, and not just in a dream. So I hope it makes sense. And today, another interesting word that show up in my awareness is how to be picky. And I thought, well, it seems like in the word in itself, yes, that will picky. And I think in the preview I asked about it. What thought come to mind when you hear the word picky, and what was your upbringing, for example, in your childhood? How many times you were picked for being picky? For example, maybe you were taking your sweet time to enjoy your moment in different activities, and your parents or your siblings or somebody else in your environment were keep rushing you to do at their speed, and being impatient with you because you enjoy the moments, and you want to experience that to the fullest. And with the repetition, it possibly stuck with you, that you still reliving that in as an adult. And every time somebody mentioned that word to you, you associated that with something not so good, and you working on how to not to be picky, and actually please others. So which is not the best either, because, well, you get to enjoy your moments and experience them to the fullest, and not at the time and a pleasure of others. Those are your moments. And recognizing that, to be more of in that kind of uh, free spirit, uh, free thought of that is important, because that can create a different reality for what you experiencing, when that you actually making your choices at your free will, not somebody else telling you to enjoy on their terms. I hope it makes sense and resonates with you and brings some awareness, because that's what that show and that broadcast is about, to keep creating the awareness, where it's that first step to see how some limitation can be exposed, and how more light can be brought to them, and they can become more empowering, and you can start making more conscious choices on what you experiencing, based on the feedback that you're receiving from the outside world, and somebody telling you what to do, for example, or not to do, because you've they perceive you this way or the other. So accepting that fully, that's another kind of point of who you are and how you want to enjoy your life is important. and and not living to somebody else standards, because no matter what, um, and you probably know that from the early on, the more you were attempting to please others. It was just good for till a certain time, and then there was something that possibly it wasn't you, but you took that as personally. Something didn't work because somebody else was in a different mood, and they took that on you and pick on you, and you took that you did something wrong, and because the person probably expressed some emotions and possibly used some strong words, or and it wasn't even about you, but that they were just in their moment actually, and working through something because something got kind of revealed to them. So I hope I'm not getting philosophical here and making sense here, and to bring some of again that awareness around that picky word. And when I reflected a little bit from my personal life, definitely I've been picked on by being slower and enjoying my moments. And I remember kind of shifting some of that when those actually moments were actually helpful and supportive, when because of my being more slower in things and enjoying certain things, activities. I had opportunity to, for example, save my family. What happened? It was a while back. I was enjoying my moments in the store, browsing through different things, and it was taking much more longer, much more time than my family wanted to spend, and they were waiting for me when I got back, finally back to the car. And they were my parents were upset with me that I was taking too long. They couldn't continue our journey, and soon enough, I don't know, it possibly wasn't in a minutes, but yeah, it wasn't long enough before we start going actually through like a hurricane kind of thing, and it just before us, but it didn't grab us. So can you imagine if I was less picky and we just, came into the eye of that, and and our car potentially got picked up, and we would be swirling in the eye of that. So some moments, so many times I remind that because, it's still in my memory, those moments, and it was, like I said, a while back. I was still kind of considered a child when it happened, and that kind of memory came, that even my parents kind of didn't know how to answer that, and they were in awe that just some moments earlier, with the rush, we could end up in the eye of that, and our end could be different than, we just were in observer mode of what was happening before us, and the effect, because it was just minutes, affect what happened after, yeah, after that. So some damage that was that happened, and in some buildings, and some things that were moved around. So anyhow, so just that story, to around that word picky, that can be, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be some other things. What I can think of, um, with being picky, uh, choosing things for you, like we were discussing about the moments, but also the opportunities that you come across. It doesn't mean the opportunity presents itself. It doesn't mean that all of them still you have to go for it. You get to actually really think about it if it's something that you really intuitively, that you really feel aligned with that opportunity, and move forward this time, and not just because possibly you considering, well, if I don't pick this one because it came, I will be considered picky. I shouldn't be picky. Just take every opportunity that show up for me. And well, you may end up, if you start going against your intuition, against better judgment, those opportunities become a struggle, and it takes lots more time and energy from you to go through them. And sometimes eventually it's either that all the struggles and stuff potentially will work out, but with a lot of heavy lifting, and sometimes maybe even doesn't even go to the end, and just somehow will disappear. And then there's some resentments and hurtful feelings showing up that it didn't happen, why it didn't happen, and potentially you might be going and being hard on yourself that you somehow contribute to that. And well, it was, usually from the very beginning, the choice that you made contribute to that, because you went against your better judgment. and with that misalignment, it became heavy lifting and struggle, and it didn't work out. So kind of dusting yourself off and moving forward. And the quicker you learn how to do that, the quicker you can experience different opportunities. And also, well, maybe there is some similarities with this one. Look at them from more of the cleaner space, that it's brand new opportunity. And if it feels that maybe you feel something, from the past, that might be something similar. But if it feels, that aligns more, I would, go for it. But if it's still like just feeling, just what I'm saying, trying to distinguish between is it just, in still not clear past emotions, or just your concern that it will be the same in the future because of the past experiences. So maybe that's where I'm kind of asking to get clear where some stuckness is coming from. So, and just go from that point of the clean state, and seeing if it's aligned or still not aligned. So I hope it makes sense. I've been kind of sharing here for a bit, and those kind of personal experience, like I had mentioned before, and those I've been going through some of those, and sharing some reflections to help you understand things like from a different perspective, because possibly you going through some of those experiences and not understanding why they happening for me or to me. They're usually happening for you, and you are creator of them. So seeing the difference, and that's the reason for keep empowering, uh, creating more unity and empowerment in your beliefs to create more empowering experiences, more empowering opportunities that feel not so hard, that feel much easier, that feel more joyful, that feel more loving, and that's the whole reason. So I at this point just want to put some reminders. That the broadcast is being streamed at American Dream Live, as well as Facebook group, as well as on YouTube channel. So feel free, if something resonates in that message with you, or you have something on the topic of being picky, feel free to share in the comment section, either in the Facebook group community or on YouTube. And I'm inviting you to, if you're watching that on YouTube, invite you to join us in the Facebook group for more interactive experience. If you keep watching on YouTube, I also recommend to subscribe and hit the notification bell for you to know when the next one is coming live, and or to review the replays and see if the messages will resonate. It's also easier to share from the YouTube channel if you think that message might resonate with somebody else and need to hear it. And what else? I've been coming on Thursdays afternoon lately also, not just sticking to some P words, but also to explore different topics, but also to come more on at the same time around 4:15 Mountain Standard Time, which is the same as Pacific right now. And sometimes there's some adjustment to schedule, and I usually schedule the broadcast so you will know exactly when it will be coming live. So without further ado, sending you lots of love, joy, and peace. Until next time, take care.